Hello and welcome to the Sound Live. I've got below me Kyle Walls. Kyle Walls is a really cool guy. He's a singer, songwriter.
So this new project is called Mask, and I'm aiming for an April 2022 release.
Another heavy rocker, Evelyn Holland. How you doing today, Eve? What's your latest?
Did I mention I released an album that I recorded vocals for? Cold Light Oracle.
Cold Light Oracle. Everybody check that out. We've also got Jennifer Valaquette here with us today. Man, I love that you guys are laughing. Jennifer is a music teacher like me, and she's also a saxophone player and a flute player.
Thank you, Matthew. Actually, this is really cool. I'm good. I did some classical flute last week.
Okay, and on that note, Jennifer, introduce your pick.
Anyhow. Okay, so I was actually introducing my parents to Dimash the other night because I was telling them how awesome he is and stuff, and this video came up, which I did not listen to on purpose because I decided to pick it. Cool. I recently did a Michael Jackson song on saxophone, and I wanted to hear his tribute because his music is amazing. He's got such a great voice and very soulful and everything. And so anyways, so that's why I picked it. I wanted to see what he did with Michael Jackson, so I'm super excited about it. And my parents really liked his songs, so they were excited too.
Without further ado, Musicians Panel reacts to Dimash Kudaiberge, a tribute to MJ Michael Jackson. Here we go.
Үлкен рахмет. Құрметті ағайын. Келесі орын алатын әнге сіздердің дауыстарыңыз керек болады. Сол себептен барымызша бір Майкл Джексонның концертіне отырған сияқты шыңғырып отырайықшы ағайын. Келістік па?
Like a pretty queen, and the moose is cute. I said that my bed, do you need higher? On the dance, on the floor, in the round. She says I don't know. On the dance, on the floor, in the round. People have told me you can't know what to do. Now turn around and you're not just what to do, come on, got you come to do, and energy is not my lover, she just a girl, but that I love, the king is not my son. Oh, but the king is not my son.
about rain? What about all the things that you say to yourself again? What about killing things instead of time? What about all the things that you say to yourself mind? Did you ever stop to notice all the blood we've shed before? Did you ever stop to notice the crime knows beneath your shores? I used to dream, I used to glance beyond the sun. No, I don't know where we are. Also, I know deep, deep down. What a God rain.
That was pretty cool, Jennifer. Good pick.
Thank you. I loved it. Oh my
Oh,
god.
the look on Kyle's face. the look on his face a little bit more, but more Kyle's face. Because I was just watching the video. I wasn't looking at your faces at all, and I flipped back and I see Kyle. I was like, ooh.
I didn't.
The accent.
Yeah.
I didn't see your faces because I was watching the video, but
The accent was just so like. I mean, he's good, and yeah, his pitch was fine. It's just like when he was trying to sing the words. I'm like, well, yeah, it's obvious that you have this very strong accent behind what you're singing, and it's like kind of threw me off.
Let's put it this way, okay? It's way better than I can sing in Kazakh.
For sure.
Okay,
No, he's talented.
Come on.
Talented, and to all of you out there, yes, if you want to skewer me in the comments and Kyle with what he's gonna say, go right ahead. Go right ahead. I don't care.
Well, I want to kind of piggyback on that. I love the idea of it. I loved seeing him dance. His pitches were right on. His tone was pretty good. The English was not the best, especially on Billie Jean. I felt like the Earth song came across a lot stronger. And like, honestly, I love that he picked that one because I love that song. And of Michael Jackson's songs, the stuff that meant the most to me, and I'm not saying I don't like Billie Jean because that's a crazy good song, I admit. It's a crazy hit song. But like, I always like Michael Jackson's work, like Man in the Mirror, Earth Song, his more like, introspective, like healing kind of music, because like the record companies really limited his ability to do that. They wanted him to be, this corrupting figure, like the Rolling Stones or whatever. You know what I mean? Like that was the whole thing, like Madonna, like this corrupting figure, like that's what they wanted. They wanted, to promote those kinds of ideas in music, and Michael was like, no, I want to heal the world, and so that's really I love that Dimash picked that. And of the two, I think Earth Song, I give him an A+. Billie Jean, it was good, and I'm not saying I could do better, but it was just because of the you know, and I don't know who he was performing for. If it wasn't for an audience of native English speakers, then they would not be so hard on him for that.
Right.
Right?
Yeah,
So we gotta factor that in too. That we're all
for sure.
American native English speakers, and so it's more distracting to us than it would be to people in Kazakhstan.
Yeah. For me, I thought the whole thing was amazing. And someone in the comment section said he was 23 years old with very little English. So for him to do that, that's amazing. I mean, just the fact that he was brave enough to do that, because he probably knew, he was like, hey, I know I need to work on it. But to do that and to put that emotion in the songs and everything, I almost cried in the last one because he had so much emotion in it. And then he had that high note. I was just like, holy crap. But it was like, I enjoyed I really enjoyed the whole thing. He's amazing. And one of the reasons I picked it was because I wanted to hear him again. I love his music. So.
And I mean, you know, I was impressed by the dancing because I hadn't seen him do much dancing.
Oh, yeah.
And he didn't do any dancing to the extent of Michael Jackson, but he did a lot better than I could do it. All right, Kyle, we're all waiting. We're all waiting to know what that face was about. We put it off as long as we can. We have to do it now.
I didn't see the face because I was watching the video, so you'll have to tell me.
Yeah, you'll catch it on the replay. Okay, about his accent. I've responded to commenters because teaching high school, and I see kids in choir that I'm talking about high school kids in choir that sing in a few different languages that they don't speak, and they do it at a competition level, and they compete at a state level. And if you're not from the United States, you probably don't understand what that means, but it's more like a regional level, you know, where as opposed to being thousands of students you're competing against, it might be like a dozen. Mm-hmm. So that being said, I mean, I get his age in the English part of that. If it wasn't for people correcting me or maybe some of us on the panel for how we might pronounce his name and things like that, you know, I'm trying to not let that color, you know, my opinion. It's like, well, you know, hey, just like he doesn't know English, I don't know the language, you know, his name is written in. So sorry if I say it wrong, you know? Yeah. So, okay, so Sarcastic Kyle just has to say, I guess this was made before he was the most perfect singer that's ever been performing, because, you know, that was a little rough in places. Now, it's better than what I could do. And anybody watching this, yes, it's better than what you could do, because it is Dimash. And Dimash is better than you and better than anybody, well, especially me. We'll just leave it like that. and I get that if you were at that performance, the energy of it, and I've been at performances and, you know, vocals are a little, you know, it's all about having fun in a moment. And I get that. And looking at this performance and in that way, you know, where I'm not being sarcastic, Kyle, you know, I get it. You know, he's having fun. He's dancing. It seems like he's doing something out of his wheelhouse. But you definitely get the vibe that this was something out of his wheelhouse. You know, I mean, he was doing something a little different. You know, I can't really say he was expanding himself, because thinking about the range or what he was doing technically, you know, with his vocals was that unusual, you know, compared to other things I've seen. But, you know, in fairness, I'm not familiar with as much of his singing from a few years ago as I am from like maybe the last year or two. Yeah, I was really curious to see, or to hear rather, you know, how he would sing MJ. And, you know, in the moment, I'm sure it was fun, you know, to hear a video now. If I was one of those people that is going to get Dimash tattooed all over my face because he speaks better than me, and I just want people to know that, you know, if there's one person on this planet better than you, because there is, and his name's Dimash, because it's right here on my face. You know, if I was going to do that, this would probably not be the video I would use to support that whole argument. But he's a fantastic singer and performer. Now, again, where I'm not being so, you know, kind of, you know, having fun with the people that are going to, you know, roast me and, you know, pretend, you know, like I'm better, like pretend like they don't hear anything I'm really trying to say. I really liked seeing him have fun on stage with the song, instead of it being this like over the top melodramatic performance, a piece written specifically for him so he can show off and show the world, hey, look at what I can do. This was him having fun, and I can totally appreciate that. I can totally respect that.
There you go.
And on that level, that was really, really cool. It's like, hey, Michael Jackson has some dope tunes, and he's getting on stage having fun and asking the crowd, hey, yell along like you're at an MJ show, because he's wanting to have fun.
I loved
and,
that.
And I get that. Yeah.
Sorry. I loved when he said that. I was just like, that's awesome. And Michael Jackson songs are very, very hard. And for him to pull that off, I was impressed by the whole thing. And I was
trying to think of the.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Huh?
Go ahead.
I was just saying, I was very excited to hear it because I love anything Michael Jackson. And I knew he would just like, for me, I thought he nailed it. And like, I was just like, oh my God, this is going to be so much fun. So
don't forget, Michael Jackson is only half of the story. I mean, he worked a lot with Quincy Jones.
Yeah.
And Quincy Jones, I mean, come on, if that name doesn't mean something to you, then you need to study music, because that dude is legendary. And
he's as equally important to Michael Jackson as Bernie is it Taupin or
yes,
Taupin?
to Elton John.
Was to Elton John.
Yes, agreed. And that's the thing. Like, did Bernie Taupin get knighted? Do we hear Sir Bernie Taupin? No, he doesn't get the credit for it. No, we just hear Sir Elton John and okay.
Yeah.
Anyway. Anyhow.
That was definitely a tangent, but it was a fun one.
Yeah.
Come on. No, I think Michael Jackson is hard to cover, and there's one Billie Jean though, and I'm not a fan of reality television shows, but there was one, I think it was on American Idol. Was it Cook? Somebody Cook? I don't remember the name, and he did it like, she was more like a beauty queen from a movie scene. She said, oh my, what do you mean I am the one? Something like that. I might be hamming it up a little extra, but it was like the smoky, gravelly, breathy voice, modernizing the song, slowing it down, and like I do a cover of that version of it. Dimash was just trying to do straight Michael Jackson, and on that part of the song. And I mean, like, all the woo and all that stuff was perfect, spot on. Woo! It sounded pretty close to like Michael. The pitch was right, the tone was good. Like we said, it was just the English was just a little bit, and that was a long time ago. So I know his English has improved since then.
It's perfect now. It is.
Yeah.
You guys,
Kyle nailed it.
You guys reminded me of this one parody
just
video
let
I
you
saw.
know.
I loved it. Honestly, I'm excited to hear more of his music. I've been getting some people in my channel suggesting songs, so maybe sometime I'll pick some of those. But
cool, yeah, and it's just one of those things. It's like I like how we're seeing his progression. I like how this is an earlier video, so it's not as polished as now. And that's a good thing. I mean, like, if you go on my YouTube channel, you can see I have like 730 plus uploads on my channel, and then I have over 100 live streams on my channel. It's just insane how much there is now. I didn't even realize there was that much. And like, if you go and you look back to my stuff, pre-2019, or if you look back to my stuff 2019 or even 2020, you'll see the progression. You'll see how much I've learned and been getting better and having less tech problems and make the shot look better, and I mean everything. So why wouldn't we expect Dimash to do the same thing? Like, we got to give him a little bit of respect and room to grow. Like, okay, his English wasn't perfect in that sample, in that moment, but it was still an A. I still give him an A. Just like I said earlier. And I'm only taking off 5 points for the accent. He gets 95. Okay? And then on the other one, he gets 100. Because I really like the Earth song.
Wish you were my teacher. I would have got a lot more A's.
All right? Hey, I'm a private lessons teacher. So I give a lot of A's.
he does.
Okay?
I had a psychology teacher like that in college. I was just like, it wasn't that I was a natural at psychology. I was just like, he gave us all the fucking answers. And I was like,
oh my God.
please mash the like button. Do me a favor, subscribe to each of our channels, Jennifer's music page, Evelyn Holland, and Kyle Walls. Get your music lessons at MatthewsMusicLessonsStudio.com, where you get to record the lessons and keep them forever. And of course, remember, Patreon.com/MatthewsMusicLessonsStudio for a weekly bonus video. This is happening like crazy, popping out all kinds of cool stuff. It's all kinds of cool bonus videos. You only get to see previews on YouTube, so make sure you pitch in $1 a month and you get these videos every week. LibraryPay.com, the nonprofit, Matthews Music. You can support me right now, help me reach my funding goal, so that I can do things like pay Zoom, so we don't have to keep doing these damn roulettes and stuff. That's how you help me. LibraryPay.com. Even $1 a week would be incredibly helpful. BuyMeACoffee.com. You don't have to commit. Just buy me a flipping coffee right now. You can super chat. We've double checked. It is working. Super chats were not working for a period of time, but they're working now. Super chat, jump the line. And of course, Venmo at Matthews Music. You can also send me a tip there. I'll see you all next time on the Sound
Thank you.
Live.